Hi, my name is Steve.
I'm David.
You're listening to Weekly Ranma, where we are continuing our journey through the mid-90s OAVs of Ranma 1/2. This week's episode is technically the third OAV. We're pretty much going based upon the schedule listing on Wikipedia.
Yeah.
We start off with Akane having a dream from her childhood where her and her entire family, including her deceased mother, are having a picnic, and the joy and love that she felt through this encounter. So she wakes up with a refreshed countenance, and the Tendo Sawatome household is enjoying a nice day. Spring day, probably? Maybe summer day? I don't know. It's bucolic. Until a piercing scream shatters the silence, and everybody rushes to find Akane not necessarily in distress, but more surprise, as she finds an old notebook belonging to their mother, in which she kept detailed instructions on her cooking techniques and recipes. Akane sees this as an opportunity to better her cooking prowess, and the following day, I would assume, she gets that chance because Kasumi falls ill and nobody else is going to be able to cook. Nabiki does attempt to remedy the situation by just ordering out sushi, which her father was like, "We didn't got that kind of money, girl. Stop it." So Akane steps up to the plate.
Which makes me wonder how they keep that dojo.
So we had that discussion earlier about where is the money coming from. And after Akane tries to feed them food and damn near kills everybody with it, the old men go back to their earlier ways of like campfire cooked rice and cabbage with mayonnaise, which I think confirms my suspicion that Son Tendo married into money. Because he and Genma were talking about in their youth when they were traveling martial artists under the guise of Happosai, the thief pervert.
Yeah.
How damn desperately poor they were. So I think Akane's mom was the money pit, and perhaps her family owned this residence. Before Akane can do any more life-threatening damage to everybody in the household, we get a surprise visitor of Mrs. Sawatome. And because Ranma and Genma don't want her to know where they are, they have to spend her entire visit in their cursed forms. Because Ranma's mom very likely will kill Genma, probably not her son, but she will definitely kill Genma for, obvious and justifiable reasons.
I have a feeling she knows that Genma is the panda.
Maybe.
Because she keeps feeding him the terrible food.
She decides, seeing the state that the family is in, that she's going to cook food for them. Because through their long association with the Tendos, she considers them as dear friends as well. Kane jumps on the opportunity to get some real lessons in cooking from Mrs. Sawatome, and Ranma, being ever competitive, and also probably just really enjoying being within the company of his mother, even though he's hiding who he truly is, turns it into a challenge to see who can cook better. And boy howdy, Ranma's pretty proficient.
Yep. Which
aggravates Akane, pushing her over the edge, leading to disaster after disaster and poisoned dishes, ultimately ending in mismanagement of cooking strategies, resulting in the destruction of all of the food that they made that was edible. She detonates a 12-pack of eggs in the microwave.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That breaks her hot water line. That sprays water over all the food.
And Ranma, almost revealing him to his mother.
But Nabiki swoops in
and saves his ass yet again. And all's well that ends well. The family just gets cup ramen for dinner instead. It's really about the company as opposed to the quality of the food. And that's where we end the episode.
Well, Genma would have probably liked cup ramen.
Yeah. He was eating the drenched, burnt leftovers, crying into his Mr. Panda bowl.
It was soup.
Yeah, pretty much.
He had bad soup.
I forgot that Ranma's mom showed up in this episode. So I'm like, oh no. Well, good introduction of David to Mrs. Sawatome. And then Ranma's alter ego of Ranko and Mr. Panda. It's easy to believe that she doesn't suspect anything, because why in normal reality would your son transform into a redheaded girl? She's like, here's this person. Okay, cool. This is this person. Hello, nice to meet you.
But she also knows that Akane has a fiance.
The idea of Ranma marrying one of the Tendo daughters has been something in existence since they were babies.
Oh, fair.
I don't remember the specifics of the episodes in the series where she was introduced at the end of it. I think it was she knew that Ranma and his dad had been there recently and been informed about the choosing of the fiancé and that they had left.
I also love that zone called Genma and Ranma Freeloaders.
I mean, they are.
Yeah.
100%.
I have no income, and we have 2 freeloaders that are bottomless pits.
Mm-hmm.
And Genma and Ranma weren't even offended.
No, they know the truth. They're
They're just
the
like,
truth.
yeah,
Yeah.
we're freeloaders.
Yep.
At least they know they're pieces of shit.
They're fully aware of their place.
Which makes me think, too, that the daughters are all the ones that provide money for the family.
Well,
Like-
Akane doesn't.
Well, fair.
Nabiki maybe.
Maybe, and
Because Nabiki's always running schemes.
and what's her face?
Kasumi.
Kasumi.
Well, Kasumi just takes care of the house.
But doesn't she also work for Tofu?
No, I don't think she does.
I know Genma works for
If
Tofu.
she worked for Dr. Tofu wouldn't be able to do anything.
That's fair.
I'm pretty sure she does not work at the clinic.
I know Genma works at the clinic.
Kind of, yeah.
He's not technically a freeloader.
He may work for free.
Oh, fuck. Damn it, Genma.
Uh-huh.
Ranma had a job there for a little bit when he worked for Cologne's.
Oh, he was working at the restaurant. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
only for like a week or so. That was only to get the Phoenix pill.
Still had a job.
He did still have a job. You're right.
He was more gainfully employed than his father was.
Maybe. So, your introduction to Mrs. Sawatome.
Nice lady.
Yeah, she's a fun character,
Scares the shit out of Genma, which makes me laugh.
which is the way it should be.
Scary wife, scary life.
Well, if you're not a piece of crap like Genma is, the fact that she still decides to remain married to him, even though he's been gone for so many years, doing God knows what with her child,
Yeah.
it's a woman of deep fortitude.
I'll say, and infinite patience.
I wonder, I'm sure one of our listeners out there can answer that for us. I wonder if she ever finds out in the manga. I don't want to know what happens. I just want to know if she actually ever finds out. That'll give me something to look really forward to as I'm reading the manga and getting into the later stages of it to see what wrath gets unleashed.
What royal beating Genma gets.
So thoughts on the episode?
It's entertaining. I mean,
Much better than last week's.
the OVAs are weird, in my opinion.
Well, they're contained stories.
And it's just like,
It's a single plot point that you have 24 minutes to revolve around.
there's not much extra.
You also got to see what Mrs. Tendo looks like.
Yes, true. I don't know. I like how some of the episodes in the actual anime have like some subplot to them.
A lines and B lines.
Yes.
Yeah, you really want to find that in the OAVs.
Other than that, it was pretty entertaining. It was funny. I like watching Genma get his just desserts because he is a piece of shit. But other than that, I don't really have much of an opinion on the episode. It was just, it's more Ranma.
Next episode should be an interesting one. It will introduce a teacher of the school.
Okay.
That apparently a character that does exist within the manga.
Okay. Should be entertaining.
Think there'll be some Haposai action?
Oh, God.
Just to forewarn you.
Oh, God.
But it's been a while, so I don't remember clearly.
Sex pest.
Yeah, this was a pretty good episode. It was all right. Ranma's mom is a fun character, and the interactions and the difficulty that Ranma has to deal with in regards to her is always amusing, I feel. I'm sure it wouldn't be as amusing if it was just continuously repetitive, but we get so little of it, it doesn't wear out its welcome, I feel. Don't forget the Friday episodes of the main podcast, where we are currently going over 3 new shows for the winter 2026 season. They are Journal with Witch, Season 3 of Jujutsu Kaisen, and Season 2 of My Hero Academia Vigilantes. Hit like and subscribe. If you like what we're talking about and want to hear more, also hit that bell so you get notified when episodes drop. Other than that, thanks again. We'll see you guys next time.
Deuces.